Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I never thought I'd be doing a video about this, about Bigfoot. I think the best way to give this to you guys is, like I say, I get up about 2 a.m. and I start looking through all the news stories. And I think if it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't look so deep, because I don't look at just one video or one news story. I look at about 10, 12, maybe even 15, just to get all the different links I want to give to you guys down below. So I look further into the story a lot of times, and I'm glad I do that, because I almost fell for this story. All right, so what's this about? It's about Bigfoot. You probably heard me talk about UFOs or ghosts and stuff like that before. There's a lot of stuff. Ever since I was a kid, I had this question. If you go straight up into space forever, keep going straight up, theoretically, where would you end up? And people said, it's infinite. You go for infinity. And that always stuck with me. Because what's infinity? That means anything's possible, right? So that always stuck with me. And so I always had an open mind towards stuff like this. Like UFOs or different dimensions or ghosts or whatever. And I wasn't a big Bigfoot believer. This is the reason why I had problems with it. This is my take on it. Like, I figure like there was the Neanderthals and then the human, like there was two different species, two different races, not races, but two different species of human beings, it seems like, in history. And maybe that the Neanderthal people, it seems like they died out, and then the human, like us, our form of humans took over like millions of years ago or whatever. And I started thinking about this, like, so if there was Bigfoots or Yetis or whatever, what happens to the ones that pass away, the ones that die? Where do surely we would be able to find bones or huts or some evidence of where they live. That's why I never really believed this until I actually watched this video. And they had an argument against this. They showed, like, I think it was a deer carcass. I don't know if I'll be able to find a link to this, but I probably won't. But I actually saw this. It was a time-lapse photography of like a deer carcass laying out in the wilderness, and how quickly it dissipates. It's taken by scavengers and predators and whatnot, and everything is it's gone within like 48 hours. The bones are all carried away and scattered everywhere. And so I started thinking about that, and I was like, geez, maybe this is possible. Maybe there is such, but then it's still, why wouldn't anybody find like a 2 or like a 30-foot femur, or I'm sorry, a 30-inch, like a huge femur bone of like a Bigfoot somewhere? Surely somebody would have found this by now. So I was always very skeptical. Like, Bigfoot is the one thing that I just, I'm not buying it. And then I watched this video. Okay, so this story popped up. It's all over the place in the last day or two. This just happened. Apparently, this has just happened in Colorado. Okay, and here's the thing. I believe this couple. My take on this couple was duped. And I believe this is like somebody, one person or people in Colorado duping people on this. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so I find this story on TMZ about Bigfoot. The link will be down below. I'll label these links. And this is the story, right? And it's the same story in the same video, one after the next. And it's about this couple, Sharon and Stetson Parker. Okay, they're on their 10th wedding anniversary, and they're taking a train ride. Now, I'm from Connecticut, and it's a very small, very, very small state, one of the small states, So when I think of Colorado, and one of these links down that I'm leave you guys down below, it describes Colorado as this train ride in a remote part of Colorado. So people like me from the rest of the country are thinking about, wow, this is a big wilderness, huge remote area, so anything is possible, right? So they take this train ride on their 10th wedding anniversary. It's from Durango, Colorado to Silverton, Colorado on the narrow gauge railroad. And it says it's in a remote part of Colorado. And it looks like it's in, there's nothing but, hills and weeds and, remote trees, what I would picture Colorado to look like, remote wilderness. And, and it looks totally real. Like, somebody's looking out the window and they spot something. And you watch this video, And I bought it. I bought it hook, line, and sinker because it looks like, you know, this thing never meant to be spotted. Never meant itself to be spotted. It doesn't look like a hoax when you first look at it. Like I said, the links will all be down below, and I'll make sure I label them. So you look at this, and you see a close up. This creature's walking, and you know the walk. Look, you know, it looks like what you would think a Bigfoot would look like. And then it sits down, and this is like from far away. So you're thinking to yourself, wow, you know, this looks like it's real footage. This looks like, you know, they actually, you know, captured something far away that didn't know it was being watched, you know, and then it sits down, and, you know, and it's like you can't even see it. And then it looks like it's, you know, foraging, and then it's, you know, sits back up and looks, and it looks far away, and, you know, it really looks legitimate. So I started thinking, I'm like, wow, could this be a real story? So this couple took this and they posted it on Facebook. This is important. It comes in important. So, like I said, now I have this channel, so I'm looking at all the different links, and it's the same story over and over, pretty much the same video. But I remembered in the other stories, I want, like, for this channel, I like to find the original video whenever I do a story on here. You know, I like to give you guys the original footage, you know, not the footage from TMZ, like with Brittany, or, you know, the original posts. That's what I like to give you guys. So I remembered that they said they posted it on Facebook. And so I looked through video after video. I typed in search and then just videos. And I found one from just Facebook. And I went to it. And the link, I'll label that one especially down below. And this is when I realized that this whole thing is a big fat hoax. That's my opinion on this. And you might think it's real still, but watch this video. I'll label it special down below. And it's in Colorado. It's on the train ride, and you hear a couple women laughing, and they're coming around a bend, and there's like it's in a ravine on the side of the train looking down, and up ahead you see the same kind of Bigfoot character, except he's a lot more close up. He's right by the side of the train, like he's meant, like this is like a sightseeing part of the tour, and he's wearing, you know, it's a person wearing the whole, it looks like the same fur, the same face that you see in the other video, except he's standing there, and he's doing like an unga bunga thing, and he's got a stick in his hand, he's going, ooh, and he's, you know, he's waving his fist at the train. It's obviously a person in a costume, for the sake of these people on this train. I'm not sure exactly when this was posted. I'm assuming it was posted before. Even if it was posted after, the thing is, the costume, the face, because they talk about the face in the first video, the one where you think it's real, you know, how it looks like an actual Bigfoot face, you know, and then you look at this one, which is obviously fake, and it's obviously just somebody meaning to entertain tourists on this particular train. And I don't know if it's the same train either. You guys could look more into that if you want to, but you know, you can see the similarities. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, this person or persons took it a little too far, because the first one was believable. You know, it was from far away. It didn't look like it was purposeful. It didn't look like he was trying to be seen or anything. It was from a distance. It looked like an actual Sasquatch foraging. You know, it was believable. But then when you look at the second one, you know, there's no way that this is real. And it's the same face, the same hair, the same costume. So yeah, this is a big fat fake, in my opinion. You guys, you know, if the costume is different, then you might be able to argue it. But it's kind of the circumstances that, you know, both are filmed on a train, both are filmed in the same kind of landscape. They both, the supposed Sasquatch looks, the face and the hair and everything else all look the same in both videos. Whereas the first one's from far away and looks believable. But the second one that I found, and this second one was hard for me to find. I just happened to find it. I typed in different words. I do different word searches. The first search I did was for video of Bigfoot in Colorado. And this Facebook, this one, the fake one didn't turn up. But then I did a search of just Bigfoot in Colorado. And this fake Facebook Sasquatch turned up. So I'm glad I did a little more research, right? Otherwise, I'd be believing this like probably millions of people across of America are buying it right now. I don't think Shannon and Stetson Parker actually were part of this. I think they were duped. I think somebody just took it a little too far, or because if they just left it to the remote video, it would have been believable. I would have fell for it. Like I said, the links will be down below. I'll label the fake one particularly so you could compare them. You guys, I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a great Thursday.